Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you are granting this platform. Allow me to address you via the audio in this particular episode because of the unavoidable circumstances in the environment where I am currently operating from. Today, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, has officially handed over Amboseli National Park to the county government of Kajiado. And quickly, as he was handing over, some questions were running down my mind. Before we pursue the potential negative effects of the handing over, which I'm sure will surpass the positive effects, allow me to say the following. Currently, county governments are unable to manage hospitals completely. They are unable. When they are unable to manage hospitals, which to my consideration should be in fact handed back to the national government because of the reasons maybe I will outline in my next video or the other video the other day, because it's a very broad analysis. William Ruto hands over Amboseli National Park to the county government. I have seen questions online. Will now the park be degraded from Amboseli National Park to Amboseli County Park or to Amboseli Reserve? Which is which? I will explain to you later on. Handing over this to the county government can lead to lack of expertise. There are concerns all over that the county government of Kajiado may lack the necessary specialized expertise and long-term experience in wildlife conservation, ecology, and park management that the KWS has always built over decades. The park is going to be used as a political tool, political influence. The park's management could become susceptible to political interference, patronage, or frequent policy changes with every change in county administration, e.g., after each gubernatorial elections. There's also what we call dilution of national status. Yenye mumeulizia sana. I have seen people flock. Hapo mahali naona reports zimeandikwa kwamba Amboseli National Park has been handed over to the county government of Kajiado. Nimeona watu wakiuliza sasa, ni sawa, amesema kwamba ameipatia county. Sasa hebu niulize jameni, sasa itakuwa inaitwa Amboseli County Park. Is that not degrading from national to county? But what will happen? Concerns have been raised on the downgrading the status from a national park to a national reserve. It's true. It is going to be degraded from a national park to a national reserve, which was earlier the consideration in the process before the handing over, which could expose the areas to increased human activity, threatening its ecology integrity and potentially jeopardizing its status as UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Another issue comes on the financial and operational challenges. Right now, counties cannot even pay their staff. Some counties go up to 3 months to 4 months before they pay their staff. Why? because hawana pesa, and maybe they depend money sent from the national government. Their own tax collection is unable to run services in the county governments. So the key challenge will be on revenue management, which is supposed to ensure that the revenue generated is transparently and effectively managed, with a fair portion directly benefiting the local community and being reinvested into conservation efforts. Number two, there's what we call capacity building. A smooth transition requires significant capacity building within the county's new management agency to fully take over day-to-day operations from the central government's KW staff. But what is going to happen? And this has been a concern to other people. I'll come to that point later. But allow me to point out a few points that are positive. Direct economic gain. The local Maasai community, who historically owned the ancestral land where the Amboseli sits, are expected to receive a greater share of the park's revenue through the county government. The deed of transfer, when I was reading it, was outlining a progressive revenue sharing model, potentially leading to full control of the park entry fees by the county in the coming years. There is also what we call job creation. The county government is expected to create more job employment opportunities for the local youth, particularly in the park operations and rangers. There's what we call self-determination also. It's seen as a symbolic and actual return of stewardship of their heritage and resources the rightful custodians. There is also something I saw about alignment with local needs. Yeah, management decisions can be more closely aligned with local culture, community development goals, and the specific needs for the wider Amboseli ecosystem, which is heavily relies on surrounding community land and conservations. Lastly, the county government of Kajiado is anticipating to generate significant annual revenue, that is hundreds of millions of shillings, to fund county development projects. Lastly, and this has been the question, then how will be the core management model? The official handover now makes an establishment of a core management model under the deed of transfer, which I am reading for you. The Kajiado County government from today assumes the responsibility for daily operations, tourism, and cultural enterprise through a new semi-autonomous agency. I repeat, I saw people asking, how would the national government closely work with the county government to run Amboseli Park? The Kajiado County government, as per the deed of transfer, which is in my possession, the Kajiado County government now assumes the responsibility for the following. Number one, daily operations. Number two, tourism. Number four, cultural enterprises through a new semi-autonomous agency. Where will the Kenya Wildlife Service go? Will it be involved in any of the management sections? That's what people are asking. Or it will completely vacate and allow the county government to assume full responsibility and full management 100%. even after the handover, Kenya Wildlife Service will retain the role of national ownership, oversight on core conservation, wildlife protection, veterinary services, and compliance with national standards. Yeah? The Kenya Wildlife Service is not vacating after the handover. It is going to be responsible for the national ownership, oversight on core conservation, wildlife protection, veterinary services, and compliance with national standards. And it's not just a handover, because as per the documents, it is being closely monitored as a potential paradigm shift for conservation in Kenya and Africa, balancing community empowerment and economic benefits with the preservation of a globally significant natural heritage site. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what has happened. We hope the Kajiado County government will take over this mantle successfully and will not let the Amboseli die like that. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.